now streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
They're back.
Let her dig.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Full Velocity Television tonight with the return of the Wednesday night street fights from DWR, the Dirt Warrior Racing Group. I am your lead commentator tonight, Jake Keel. Joining me, as always, the show, Phil Lacasse. And, of course, Too Tall Todd Stanton on the controls. Phil, we got a great night of racing as we kick off season number 4 of the DWR Wednesday night street fights.
Absolutely right, brother. We are locked and loaded in what is going to be an awesome night here at the Knoxville Raceway. Legendary half mile here in Knoxville, Iowa, the mecca of what we call sprint car racing. But we're out here tonight in the street stock for a little bit of Wednesday night street fights. The heavy hitters, as we always find over here every Wednesday night throughout the season, all beginning to trickle into the field. Names that we've got so accustomed to seeing, like the old boy Jim Revis, Lon Franks, Chase Wascom, Torrin Shirts, E.J. Jones, a multiple-time winner amongst the many in the house tonight, Jake, and I am ready to go. We are about a minute or so away from putting these things out to the racetrack. We're in for an awesome night ahead.
Yes, we're in a familiar territory here with the Knoxville Raceway. It seems like we've been spending a lot of time in Iowa as of late here at the Knoxville Raceway. Famed half mile, like you said, middle of sprint car country, the Sprint Car Hall of Fame, just off turn 2 number here, but last time we were here, we were talking to E.J. Jones in Victory Lane, and sounded like he was enjoying some cold beverages down there as we're looking to have another great season here at the Wednesday night street fights. DWR kicking off that season 4 here at Knoxville Raceway. I cannot wait to get started. I know we're waiting on 2 more drivers. Bill, I mean, we had a nice kickoff with their Sunday night shootout series on Sunday, which was an open forum here, but tonight it's back to the invitation-only Wednesday night street fights. Give the people a little taste of what exactly goes on here on Wednesday nights.
Well, it is non-points racing at its absolute finest. These guys have come out here with one methodology: to win, to be the lone survivor of Wednesday night street fights. We were here for the entire season 3 running, which was a fantastic time. And so we come out here for the beginning of a new season, season number 4, the pride and the glory and all of it that go on to Victory Lane. You know, it's all on display here tonight in Knoxville, Iowa. So we're about to put Wednesday Night Street Fight Season 4 under the green flag. So before we do so, what do you think there, Mr. Stanton down there at the controls? Why don't we pay homage to this great country, United States of America, and the playing of our national anthem?
And we are back here at the Knoxville Raceway, still waiting for the cars to come back out on the racing surface and get ready to go for our main event tonight. 60 laps here around the half-mile Villicast. You are a lot closer with this group than I am over the past year or so. It's been a great series that they had early on this year, and I can't wait to get this Season 4 underway.
Well, we're about to do just that because it's just about time to put these cars on the racetrack for 60 laps around tonight. It's going to read as 65 on the screen. They're normally, as they always do here at Dirt Warrior Racing, they do their qualifying by way of the pill draw every week. And what that does is it stimulates the guy who wins the most previous race. Well, they go start to the rear of the field, and the rest of the series is just kind of an automated pill draw kind of start. It's to stimulate, more winning, race winners week after week. So it's been a great thing for us. And this is going to be a good time as cars are heading out to the racetrack now. So we're going to take the unofficial green there, Jake, and then they're going to put these guys in their proper running order. And we're going to let them loose for what is advertised as 60. It may even get to 62 or 63, depending on how fast these guys get themselves in the line.
Yeah, they take a few mock green flags where they get into their lineup based on the pill draw, which we have sitting here. We're going to go ahead and give you that starting lineup as they're about to make their way out on the racing surface. Almost everybody has grid up here. They're gridding up in the pit area of Knoxville Raceway, famed Knoxville Raceway. We're going to look like this in the number 51 car. Tonight, starting on your pole, will be Justin Gledhill with the number 07 to his outside of Justin Pruitt. In the number 78, that'll be Richie Ryan with the number 01 of Daniel Price. In the 33 car will be Torrin Schertz with the number 2 of Jim Revis. Torrin winning the final race of Season 3 earlier this year. In the number 24 car, that'll be Trevor Baker with the number 36 of John Monkern. In the number 23 will be Lon Franks with the number 444 of Charlie Harrell. In the number 44, that'll be Tyler Blankenship with the number 84 of E.J. Jones. In the number 6 car will be Ryan Bronson with the number 11 of Trey Jones. Then you've got the 00 of Michael Whitlock, the number 12 of Eric Eichstead, and rounding out your field in the final position, the number 15 of Chase Wascom, as our pace truck pulling off pit road we're about to get these cars out on the track and go green here, Phil. It's going to be a great 60 laps.
Oh, it certainly is. And I look up at the front row, and I just start shaking my head. And only the guys at DWR will understand why. With Justin Gledhill on the pole. Sorry about your luck, guys. Justin Pruitt in the 07 alongside. Great row number 2 there. Good buddy Richie Ryan on the inside of the second row with the number 01 car. Daniel Price being there on the outside. That's a pretty good 2 front rows right there. I think these guys will put on a show. Look at that third row. A couple of heavy hitters there with the number 33 of Torrin Shirts, the number 2 car of Jim Revis. Those are 2 guys you got to love the way they got that pill draw out there tonight. Those are 2 always fast race cars. They're going to be able to see the race lead from the green flag, Jake. You got to think that's a really good advantage. Yeah, they got 4 really good race cars to get around, but we've seen guys like Torrin and Jim. They've done this here before.
It seems like every week we're here with the DWR guys. We are talking about Jim Revis coming up through the field. And tonight he's got that third row starting spot, so he should be right up front there near the start of this one. Torrin Shirts, again, that 33's been fast all of last season. So, it's all going to be about protecting your spot on the track. Track position is going to be crucial here at the half mile of Knoxville. So, you gotta give it to Justin Gledhill. He got the luck of the draw, and it could work out in his favor tonight. We're about to see.
What we're going to see is the unofficial green flag for the race has come out. These guys are going to start putting themselves into that proper alignment. You see the 51 coming up to the field to claim onto the pole. The 07 of Justin Pruitt. He'll roll up to his starting spot on the outside row. They will fall all in. As always, look at that, back part of the field. You got really fast drivers. E.J. Jones is back there. Ryan Butts shows some good speed at the end of last season. Trey Jones, a feature winner last year. Guys like Eric Eichstadt who've been knocking on the door. And then at the very end of the field, it's absolutely the 15's fault that he's starting last on the field. Chase Wascom going to roll off tonight deep in the field aboard car number 15. He'll be one guy to watch. He knows his way around Knoxville, and he's going to have to come do it from the back of the field. This is going to definitely be a show. Also going to add to the field there, Jake, the 097 of Mitchell Eno sees a late entry. He's going to roll off shotgun on the field back there. So a little bit of housekeeping as he was a late entry into the event here tonight. So I believe, if I can make the count here correctly, I think we have 18 cars on the racetrack for what is advertised as a 60-lap feature event. It's going to read 65 on the screen now, but with only 2 up on the board already as they're getting into line. Knoxville's a big racetrack. I'm pretty certain we are probably going to see some bonus racing here, about a lap or 2 extra here tonight. So what do you say? It's time to let her dig here at Knoxville. Let's get her done.
Here they come off turn number 4, about to go hammer to the floor here at Knoxville. They're going to bring them back around one more time, I do believe, as Justin Gledhill and Justin Pruitt going to lead them to the stripe. I believe next time by we're going green as all the cars lined up side by side, nose to tail, ready to do battle for 60 laps here at the famed half mile. Bill Lacasse, this is going to be a great race. The street stocks have been really good all year long, every time we come to Knoxville, and I don't think tonight will be any different.
No, I don't think so. I think we're going to be in for what is going to be an outstanding night of racing. These guys at DWR, they pride themselves on having some of the cleanest drivers out there. So off of turn number 4, they are on it. We are green in Knoxville. It is Justin Gledhill. He leads the field with a really good start. He's off into turn 1.
Yes, Gledhill rolling to the race lead. He's got Justin Pruitt right behind him, and then there's Jim Revis. Revis sitting in that third spot. He's trying to make a move on Pruitt and get up there in the battle for that race lead. He's got a few cars behind him, including Richie Ryan, Torrin Shirts. They're going to go 3 wide right behind him.
That's a good battle there. Torrin's number 33. I didn't think it was going to take him long to start mixing it up in the fray, and now put Torrin up there until it looks like that 3rd or 4th spot. Jim Revis with a 2-car also on the prowl as well. 2-car up to position number 3, trying to chase down the Pruitt machine, the 07. He's to the inside of Gledhill. We have a drag race for the race lead off of turn number 4.
Pruitt putting it down on the bottom. He's going to try to make a move on Gledhill into turn number 1. They're going to go side by side through 1 and 2. Here comes Jim Revis trying to make it a 3-car battle for the race lead as we head down the backstretch. New leader down the backstretch, it's Justin Pruitt. Gledhill going to go to second with Revis right on their tail as Pruitt goes all the way down onto the inside burr.
Yeah, good race there. Revis going to make it a three-car tango down the front straightaway. Almost curious to see what line he's going to pick as Gledhill is up high. Pruitt is down low. Does Revis try to find a third lane, make it three wide? He may do that. They dance three wide down the backstretch. Revis to the inside of Pruitt. Gledhill drop kicked up high. They'll enter three wide. Who is going to get fried out of four?
Jim Revis digging down on the inside. He's going to try to force up the racetrack. Now Revis will settle behind the number 07 as we head through 1 and 2. Gledhill going up to the top shelf. They're going to try to keep it three wide down the backstretches. Look at Revis. Revis with the head of steam down on the bottom. He's got Pruitt out of position. We are three wide for the race lead as we head off turn number 4.
Got a really good race here. Revis to the bottom of Pruitt. Gledhill up high. Torrance Shirts to the 33 car starting to chase these guys down as they run three wide for the lead. Well, it's a three-car race. Mabecor, a four-way dance down the back chute as Shorts now going to look to the inside maybe of Revis. He's going to fall back in line. Pruitt through the middle. He's going to score out to the race lead. But look at that. 4 cars under a blanket. Now call that 6 or 7 there, Jake. We got more cars into the fray. It was a 3-car dance. It's now up to 6 as Trevor Baker and E.J. Jones have all climbed into a battle there amongst the top half dozen.
Almost looks like a race at Talladega through 1 and 2 as they are running side by side, nose to tail for about 7 spots. Now they will all settle out down to the bottom. Here comes Jim Revis. Revis trying to get around that number 07 as Pruitt goes to the high side. Revis taking it down to the infield berm. He is trying, digging down there on the inside. He's going to battle for the race lead down the backstretch.
Good battle there for the race lead. Revis down low under Pruitt. They're too wide behind him as well. Torrance Shirts to the inside of Justin Gledhill. You see E.J. Jones. He's to the inside there as well. The number 84 car. You got Trevor Baker's 24. 6 cars under a blanket. It looks like a Talladega race. We're doing some drafting here, but now a slider thrown to the 1 and 2 as it looked like Revis able to complete the pass. Pruitt on the outside lane able to use all that horsepower to his advantage. It's a drag race down to the turn number 3. Pruitt, so far, so good. He's going to hold Revis off as they hit turn 4.
And look who's running in that 3rd spot now as Trevor Baker moves up to 3rd, getting around Torrance Shirts. Shirts going to fall back to the 4th spot, and Gledhill will continue to fall back. Chase Wascom coming up to the 12th position now after starting in the last position. So good run for that number 15. But look at Revis just copying that 07 through 3 and 4. He's going to try to get around him down the front stretch. We'll see if he makes a move into turn number 1.
So far, going to have to ride on the tire tracks. Also updating the number 23 car of Lon Franks. He has joined that Super 6 up front. The 23 is digging here tonight at DWR. He's to the back bumper of a 24 of Trevor Baker. That's a good 3-car race between themselves and Gledhill's number 51. That is for 5th on back. Great drag race there off of number 4. There's really good racing all over the place. Lon Franks on the move, probably one of the faster cars on the racetrack currently.
And here comes Jim Revis down to the bottom. He's going to make a move. They make contact. They are bumping and banging off turn number 2 as they head down the backstretch. Now Revis to the race lead as we head into turn number 3. He will put the slider on that number 07. New leader off turn number 4. That is Jim Revis in the number 2.
But here comes Pruitt back down to the inside. Maybe not quite the slider we'd be accustomed to, but it's going to take a little bit in these street stocks to get these things all wound up. It's a big half-mile racetrack here in Knoxville, but Revis using the outside lane. He's going to launch himself to the race lead down the backstretch into turn number 3. Torrance Shirts to 33. He is right in there for P number 3. Trevor Baker up to 4th, and look at who's sitting there in the top 5. Number 84 of E.J. Jones that's lurking like a thief in the night using the outside lane. E.J. Jones, very much a player here through the opening laps. He started deep in the field. He already finds himself amongst the Fast 5.
They are side by side for 2nd as now here comes Pruitt back down to the inside. Torrance Shirts trying to hold on now. Looking at number 24 of Trevor Baker getting way sideways behind them. He almost went around as we head down the front stretch, but Pruitt digging on the inside, trying to get back around Torrance Shirts. Shirts looking on the inside of Jim Revis. We might have a challenge for the lead as we head into turn number 3.
Yeah, Shirts down to the inside of Revis. Does he have the car to do so? He's going to drive it really deep. They make a little contact, a little bit of hip check there from a 33 to a 2 car. They lay back in the throttle and off the corner. It looks like as they hit turn number 1, we may have a new race leader on our hands. Torrance Shirts going to pull in front of a 2, and Jim Revis is now a parking lot in the first turn. We have a caution on the speedway. Caution, caution, caution for the first time here tonight in Knoxville. And Not sure where that happened from, but I think that may have been around. I don't think the 51 was involved, but it was a white car back there. I didn't get a good look at it. We'll have to go back there and take a look. We'll send Todd down there to work for the first time tonight in the Full Velocity TV replay booth, but something going amiss toward the middle part of the field. It might have been the 36 car of Von Kurt who might have got piece last. Could not tell what the number was on the race car. Oh, that was kind of a white and red looking shaded thing. I'm not sure if you get a better look, Jake.
Gled Hill and Lon Franks getting together there on the front stretch. Gled Hill going all the way down to the bottom. One car going around. I am backing it up once again to see who that was that went around. It looks like it's the number 36 car of John Monkern that actually went around, bringing out your caution. But a big chain of events going there, bringing out your first caution of the night.
Sure is. And Todd, you got all the camera looks down there, showing us all the great camera angles. What do you got for us down there? It's probably exactly as Jake called it. You know what, Jake? I don't think he wants to talk to us tonight. What do you think?
Astute as always there, Phil, as we are going to get these cars lined back up and trying to get that pace truck off the racing surface. I do believe we should be seeing him exit the racing surface next time by, as yes, those lights go out on the iRacing.com pace truck. We pass by Casey's General Store there in turn number 2. Great pizza over there at Casey's General Store there, Phil. If you're ever in Knoxville, you might want to head over there.
Well, I eventually love to go out to Knoxville, of course, and get out there. I guess there's more than just being out there in the middle of corn in Iowa, so they would say. But we'll leave that for another day and another conversation and maybe even another show at this point. So off of turn number 4, we're getting ready to put this thing back under green. Torrance Shirt's going to lead Jim Revis to the line. Green flag back in the air.
Green flag as Shirts goes to the race lead. Revis going down to the inside. Your race is for the lead through 1 and 2 as they're going to go 3 wide behind them for second. Give it to Trevor Baker off turn number 2, but he's got Justin Pruitt battling back down to the inside. Gled Hill and Lon Franks up into the top 6. Lon Franks trying to make a move and get into that 5th spot. He will. E.J. Jones going to slide back to the 7th position.
I was wondering what was going on with the 84 there. He can get a very good restart now, going to ride outside the top 5 as he's going to make a power move around Glen Hill off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. 84, we'll see if he can't chase down the 23 of Lon Franks, who is down to the inside of Pruitt. That's a good drag race for 4th off the corner.
Yes, Pruitt going down to the top side. Lon Franks trying to get around that number 07. He's going to go side by side with them through 1 and 2. But Jim Revis up front all over the back bumper of Torrance Shirts. Now he's making his move through 3 and 4. They're going to go side by side off turn number 4.
Good battle there as Revis to the inside of Shirts off of turn number 4. Torrance going to have the horsepower up high. Revis may have that preferred lane into turn number 1. And the low side, he'll drive it deep into the corner, wash up the hill, but can't have all the racetrack he needs. The 33 has all that momentum off. Torn going to carry down the entire corner of the backstretch into turn number 3, put 2 car lengths on a 2 car. That's going to open the door for Trevor Baker's number 24. He's going to slide to the inside of the 2 car. It's a drag race for the runner-up spot down the front stretch.
We're about to have a 3-car battle for the race lead with Torrance Shirts, Jim Revis, and the number 24 of Trevor Baker. Baker going all the way down to the inside of the track, trying to get up with that number 2 as we head through 3 and 4. He is all over the back bumper. Lon Franks, big slide job into the 4th position.
That was a huge slide job on Justin Pruitt, 24 car, 23 car rather, up into that 4th position. Good race going on back there now. It's 84 of E.J. Jones. He's going to come to the inside of the 07 of Justin Pruitt. That is racing for a 5th place position. Down into turn number 3, the 23 of Lon Franks trying to break free of that 4 or 3-car dance back there. Maybe making a foursome up front, but it's a 3-way dance up there as right now Shirts leads Revis and Trevor Baker single file into turn 1.
Baker digging down there on the inside, trying to get around the number 2. They're going to go side by side down the backstretch as the number 24 gets a fender up underneath the number 2 of Revis. Revis now going to go to the high side They're going to go side by side through 3 and 4, but nothing will change off turn number 4 as Torrin Shirts continues to lead Jim Revis into turn number 1.
So far, it's kind of a little tame right now up front as 30 laps of 65 go on the board. So almost halfway home here for the opening race for Season 4 for Dirt Warrior Racing's Wednesday night street fights. Great league here every Wednesday night. No points racing, so if you'd like to come be a part of the works, look up Dirt Warrior Racing or DWR in the iRacing simulation. Find these guys on Facebook. Get a hold of them through their Discord link and come out here and be a part of what is awesome here. Wednesday night street fights every Wednesday, as well as a Sunday night shootout series done here in these very street stocks in an open setup format here on Sunday nights as well. So look up Jim and Eric and Jason, all the guys over here at DWR. Great group of guys. They do some awesome racing, just like they're doing tonight out here in Knoxville. 32 laps going on the board. It's still Torrin Shirts. He leads the field as they exit turn 2.
Torrin Shirts all alone right now as Jim Revis about a car length away from that number 33. But Revis not really being able to mount a charge on that number 33 right now. He's got his hands full with the number 24 of Trevor Baker, and now Lon Franks has thrown himself into the fray. But on the same note there, the number 33 of Shirts is just not quite able to get away from the number 2 of Jim Revis as they head down the backstretch. Now we got a 2-car battle, and now here comes Revis all the way down to the bottom. He gets it way sideways. He's going to lose a lot of momentum as here comes Trevor Baker. He's going to go around for second, and Lon Franks might go around for third.
He sure does. It almost looks like, I'm not sure if it too overdrove the corner, if it was a flat on the race car. That thing wiggled around really, really weirdly there, Jake. I know you're more adept to a dirt racing than I am, but he overstepped the corner through 3 and 4. That ruined him throughout the entire front straightaway. He lost what was going for the lead, drop kicked a 2-car all the way back to 4th.
That's the problem with throwing a slider sometimes. That's all that happened there, Phils. He was just trying to throw a Hail Mary pass, essentially, with that slider attempt, and it got him way out of shape. He wasn't able to hold on to it, and now he's finding himself in the 4th position. Sometimes you go for it. Sometimes you just have to go for it and try to get a big pass like that, and it doesn't always work out for you.
Well, sometimes you throw that pass to the wrong team, and that's exactly what happened there to the 2 of Jim Revis. We have a battle for the second spot on hand. Lon Franks has danced himself into that top 4. Now on the assault to the inside of Trevor Baker. That is a good drag race for the lead for the second spot in turn 3.
There goes Lon Franks. Lon Franks on the move. He's on the prowl now, trying to run down that number 33 of Torrin Shirts, but here comes Jim Revis. Revis now making a move on Trevor Baker. He throws the slider on the number 24 for third. He'll want more as he's digging down the backstretch. He's going to try to go underneath the number 23 of Lon Franks for that second spot.
Well, the way these guys are racing, look who's enjoying that cushion. The number 33 of Torrin Shirts. It was a 2-car length advantage last time around. He's got that thing up to about 6 or 7. Let those guys race behind you, Jake. If you're the 33, no mirror needed. Let them go at it and drive away from the field. That's what Torrin's trying to do. Can Lon Franks chase him down? 38 laps of 65 on the board. He's still got some laps to do it. Lon Franks arguably may have the fastest car on the racetrack.
He is definitely moving, but that 33 sees clean air and he sees nobody behind him. He sees that they are racing each other right behind him. So, all he's got to do is hit his marks and just, hit his marks and keep doing what he's doing. And he's going to run away with this up front. Lon Franks and Jim Revis, if they want a shot at this, they need to tuck behind each other and try to run him down. But, it's dirt. You're trying to make moves. You're trying to make position. And sometimes you just don't think that way.
Well, you certainly don't. Revis down to the inside of the 23 of Franks. They're going to drag race to that second spot. You'd be right. If they wanted to chase him down, they probably want to get back in line, hit their rhythm. But we're not here to ride around. We're here to make this thing a throwdown here for a Wednesday night street fight. And that is exactly what Jim and Lon are doing. It is a race for second. We are throwing sliders here at the Knoxville Raceway. Put the chicken on hold, the hamburgers, the steak. We're throwing sliders here tonight here at the Knoxville Raceway. Revis versus Franks. Give it advantage 2-car as they hit turn 3.
A heavyweight boxing match there for the second spot as they are throwing haymakers in that for that second spot as Lon Frake's going to try it back down to the inside. Here he comes. He's going to slide up in front of the number 2. Now they will settle it out side-by-side drag race down the back stretch. Who's it going to be into turn number 3? It's going to be Lon Franks down to the inside. Now he'll complete the slide job. Took a full lap to complete that slide job. Here comes Revis right back down to the bottom with the crossover.
Yeah, not so fast, my friend, says Jim Revis. He's going to put that flying deuce back to the inside, racing for second. Now we're going to throw more sliders. Revis to the spot. Here comes Frakes to the inside. He may pull Trevor Baker on the low side alongside with him as well. Can they make a two-for move? Can Revis drop from second to fourth? Right now he'll hold on to third. He'll throw the slider back. 2-car back to the inside off of 4.
And while they are doing this, Torrin Schertz is now out to a 1.3 second lead on Jim Revis. Revis now back to second, but Lon Franks looking underneath him. This is what Torrin Schertz has been looking for. He is running away up front as these guys race each other for position behind him, trying to get into that second spot. Look, here comes the number 84 of E.J. Jones. He's up in the mix in the top 5.
Somebody must have put the call out to fire up the grill because the 84 car, well, he's just turned on the jet burners here as he's now up to position number 4, drag racing Trevor Baker down the front straight or the back straightaway here into turn number 3. But that race for second, it's just not going away. One slide job after another, the 23 and the 2. They are putting on the slider clinic tonight in in Knoxville. Something you normally wouldn't think these guys would do in these big full fender street stocks. They've got these things rolling out here tonight. This is an awesome race.
Well, we've got a side-by-side track out there. We've got dual lanes. The bottom has a lot of grip. As now E.J. Jones going to try to slider for that third position. There goes Revis for that second position. E.J. Jones going for fourth, excuse me. We're going to go side-by-side as the caution comes out, breaking this all up. And there erases Torrin Schertz's big lead.
And it was huge, too, and that just completely stinks for the 33 car as he had amassed quite the interval. It was well close to 2 seconds, and he was riding off of the sunset, as they would say, with 47 laps of 65 on the board. It always seems here Wednesday nights we have great racing like this. It gets down toward the end, and then we get one of those late race pesky caution flags. It erases the entire deficit the 33 is chased up to. Now he's got the 23 and the 2 behind him. Put the 24, the 84 back to the back bumper. How about the run for the 12 car? That Trash Panda Graphics, Eichstadt Motorsports number 12 of Eric Eichstadt. He's having a hell of a run up there to position number 6. Does Eric Eichstadt have a car to go there up there and mix up with these guys for the race win?
He might. He is on the move, and now we've got a settled down field as they are going to have to be side by side for the restart here. Torrin Schertz did not want to see that as he was out to a second and a half lead, and now he's going to have to be stacked up with these guys who are throwing sliders. We'll see if Lon Franks can make a move on Torrin Schertz. Jim Revis was making all kinds of moves on that 33, but we haven't really seen what Lon Franks has for him. So who knows what's about to happen here on this restart.
Well, I know what's happening out there in Facebook chat. We're talking about Stars donations. Got to thank our buddy Jason Salter for making those. If you'd like to claim yourself a free Full Velocity TV t-shirt, well, you can do that by being our top Stars donator this week. We started on Sunday night. We're going to take stuff all the way into Saturday evening. So top Stars donator of the week will receive a free Full Velocity t-shirt. So keep those Stars donations coming. They help us do a lot of things here with Full Velocity TV. We are back to green flag racing. Can Torrin Schertz hold off these guys that were throwing such a great race on for second? We're about to find out. They're off at turn number 2.
Look at E.J. Jones going all the way down to the bottom. He's up to the fourth position looking for more from Jim Revis. As now the rest of the field going to go up to the top side. E.J. Jones challenging down on the inside. Lon Franks getting a fender up underneath the number 33. They get contact down the front. We might stay green as Lon Franks making the move for the race lead.
Sure is. He is there to the bottom side of the 33 off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch now into 3. We were setting up for the drag race there, but caution once again. Going to come out to the racetrack late here now, working lap number 51, slowing down the pace of this race. And I don't want to see short runs. I want to see the 23 versus 33. I want to see who's got the better race car of the two. This is getting to be an awful lot of fun, but pesky caution flag back to the racetrack, and I didn't get quite the look that I thought I got there as far as the caution flag goes, but I think this one may have gathered up, I believe, the 097 of Mitchell Enos, and I believe our old buddy Head Start Charlie Harrell out there, the 444. I think both of those drivers may have got into a little tussle. That's our reason for the second or third caution flag of the night.
Well, I happened to click over to throughout the field, and we are seeing the number 07 of Justin Pruitt went around after contact with a black and green car. I believe that's the number 11 of Trey Jones. So Trey Jones and the number 09 of Justin Pruitt, 07 of Justin Pruitt, excuse me, getting together, bringing out that caution.
Well, that stinks because Justin was having a really good run as well, and it went around, and I see he's got a lot of fans out there tonight. Justin Pruitt involved with the wreck will probably have to restart probably outside the top dozen cars, so he'll have to make a heroic drive here through these last 10 or 12 laps, as currently working lap number 53. We've got to think this time around the lights are probably going to go out atop DIRacing.com pace truck. One more trip around this legendary half mile here in Knoxville, Iowa, and we're going to hopefully settle a score here with a good old-fashioned 10-lap shootout to the flag. This one's been great so far. I want to ask you guys out there watching tonight, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV, who's it going to be? Who is going to be the big winner this week of our season opening race for Season 4 of Wednesday Night Street Fights at DWR? Who's it going to be, fellas? I want to see the predictions coming in. Who do you got, Jake?
Well, I really think it's going to come down right to the end. I can't really say, but Lon Franks has got that number right there with got the number of the number 33 as off turn number 4, hammer to the floor. We are green into turn number 1.
We are back to green flag racing at turn number 1. Can Torrin Shirts hold off Lon Franks, as those two guys have been battling here the last 5 laps. Jim Revis back into the fray of the 2-car. E.J. Jones of the 84. It is a drag race down the front straightaway. The 33 holding on to the lead. Lon Franks riding in there for second. Does he have the power to make a move off of 4? Right now the answer is no. They sprint down to the front straightaway. 56 laps on the board.
He is setting it up right now. He is all over the back for that number 33 as the laps are winding down here at Knoxville. The number 23 of Lon Franks. Dirt covering the front of that street stock as he is setting up the number 33. I do believe he's going to make his move within the next couple laps. We should see that number 23 dive all the way down to the bottom and try that slide job. But look at Jim Revis staying glued to the number 23 of Lon Franks. We will see what Revis has to do as here goes Lon down to the bottom.
He goes way down to the bottom of the racetrack. 33 way up high. Can Franks complete the pass off of turn number 4? Washes up the racetrack. Answer is no. Does he have one more throw to put into turn number 1 and 2? 23 to the low slide. Slides up the racetrack and slams the door shut. New leader, Lon Franks, off of turn 2.
Lon Franks goes to the race lead. Now Jim Revis looking for that second spot. E.J. Jones drives it way down deep into turn number 3. He will go up to 4th. But look at Lon Franks. Resilient. He has been setting that move up for 2 laps, and now he's got the lead as here comes the 33 back on the inside. Contact made as we head out of turn number 2.
Now you're going to think if you're the 33 is a drag race in a turn number 3, about a lap and a half ago the 23 washed up the hill and wasn't quite clear and just forced himself into that position. How much do you think the 33 is going to remember that and maybe use him up the same way this time through 1 and 2, Jake? I know race car drivers have a long memory.
Well, we are in street stocks. You can lean on each other a little bit as we are going to go side by side once again. Torrin Shirts going all the way down to the bottom, now washing up behind the number 23. But look at Revis. Revis making that move down into turn number 1. Slide job for second coming. Maybe more.
Maybe more. So far, answer no. Jim Revis underneath the 33 for that second spot. Was hoping to make it a 2-foot run. Maybe get alongside Lon Franks for the race lead. It's a 3-car, freight train up front. All races are going to lead. That 2-car looks to be strong right now, but Lon Franks with that move off the corner, he's got a 4-car length advantage there in turn 1.
Jim Revis going all the way down to the inside. He's trying to make that move and make it happen there on the inside for that second spot. E.J. Jones trying to run down there with him, getting underneath the number 24 of Trevor Baker. Baker going up top. Jim Revis just using that car up tonight, all over that 33. Now that's the battle for second after trading it for the lead earlier. Here he goes to second. Now the number 33 of Torrin Shirts will have to try the slider into turn number 3 for that second spot. He will. He's back to second off turn number 4.
That is a terrific 4-car race for that runner-up spot, but it's allowing the 23 to drive off of the sunset here. 2 laps to go here at Knoxville. 2 more trips around. Ken Franks hold on. Jim Revis, E.J. Jones, Torrin Shirts, those 3 drivers, they are going after it. They're getting to it here. Into turn number 3 is now a yellow. We're going to come out in the speedway. This is going to be the race off of turn number 4. We're going to get the yellow and the white off of 4. It's going to be Lon Franks who picks up the win at Wednesday Night Street Fights in a terrific race. Second unofficially, I believe, is going to be Jim Revis. I believe over a fender over the 33 of Torrin Shirts. I was hoping for one more lap there, Jake, to see how this finished out, but yellow flag going to bring that to an early premature end. Lon Franks picks up the win for the opening season race.
What a race for Lon Franks. He was resilient through this entire deal, coming up through the field, taking the lead. And all I can say is hats off to the driver, the number 23. The guys behind him battled hard. You can see Torrin Shirts giving him the bumper now. You know, the respect in this lead, it's been fantastic. It's awesome to see what these guys have for each other. And they race each other so clean. And even when they do make contact, they don't overdo it. It's been a great season. Last season, and now we're on to season number 4, and it looks like it's going to be more of the same.
Absolutely right. And we'll move toward the post-race show, which I believe you guys will be jumping over toward the Discord over there to get these interviews underway. I'll see if I can't get mine fired up and come be a part of the show. But we'll definitely talk to our top 3. Lon Franks, Jim Revis, and Trevor Baker able to sneak in, I believe, for third over Torrin. I don't think that's official there at all. I think the 33 car definitely finished up in the 3rd spot. So we'll have to peek through the order. Something completely amiss there. But we'll get to the post-race show. We'll get this all worked out.
Now we're going to get down there to the post-race show, get down to the podium. As man, what a race we had tonight! And if it's any indication on how this year is going to go for the DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights, I cannot wait to see what's going to happen. As we're going to try to get these guys down here for their interviews, and we'll be talking to them real soon.
All right, so we're going to try to play some traffic cop over here as I'm trying to get logged into their Discord server, which for whatever reason, give me about 3 or 4 minutes. I'll probably be over there. So if Jake, you're able to play some traffic control over there, or even if Todd's over there and can play some control, we can get a hold of our top 3. Of course, Lon Franks, Jim Revis, and it scores Trevor Baker third. And I'm not exactly sure if the 33 went around on the final lap or whatever happened there. But either way, it was a terrific race for all these guys tonight. All I do know for sure, Lon Franks picked up the win there in our opening race of the season. I think we're going to call Trevor Baker unofficially in for third, as I believe the 33 car may have pulled one of those old Mark Martin moves and may have brought it to pit road a lap early.
Well, you never know. It's a tough break for Torrin Shirts, as he has been running hard for that lead all night long. He had the lead, and then he was just staying on with these guys, and now he's pulled it down. Just a tough break for that number 33.
All right, well, we're going to test on over here in the Discord. But hopefully we have all systems that go over here as far as what the sound is doing. We'll get our top 3 involved. We'll get Trevor Baker. We will get Jim Revis. We will get Lon Franks. So we'll move these guys around, and we'll move in to what is going to be a pretty fun little post-race show. Torrin did pick up 3rd spot, so we do give Torrin Shirts the 3rd spot, so we'll definitely get Torrin to the conversation. Trevor Baker will finish up in the 4th spot, but definitely get Lon Franks. We'll get the evil one, Mr. Jim Revis, down here, as we'll drag them around as. There we go. A little bit of traffic here. So what we'll do now, we're going to move to our 3rd place finisher here tonight. I will throw it over to my broadcast colleague, Mr. Jake Keel, who I believe is caught up on our 3rd place finisher, that being the 33 of Torrin Shirts. Jake, take it away.
Torrin Shirts not the finish you wanted to see here with that third place finish after dominating this whole race. But here you are. You're on the podium for the first night of season 4 of Wednesday Night Street Fights. How does it feel?
It feels good, but it definitely feels like it got taken from me. Not in a bad way, I should say. I would have done the same slide job, and he just stuck it, and unfortunately wasn't able to get back around him. So it was a fun night altogether.
Well, they were racing behind you, and you were able to get away. Do you think that last second caution there, whenever you were still the leader, did you in? You were out to almost a 2-second lead at that point.
Yeah, if it would have stayed green, I think I would have pulled away and kept going. I used up a lot of my card doing that, but I wanted to build as big as a lead as I could, just for any little bobbles or whatever. And I did not want to see that caution, but it came out, and I thought I was going to be all right, and they were just coming on a little too strong.
Well, I know that this Wednesday night Street Fight series is all about picking up the wins. It's about winner take all, essentially. But you gotta think that a third place run and dominating the entire race is a great way and a great prediction on what your season is going to go on with here at season 4 of the Wednesday Night Street Fights.
Yeah, for sure. I like to think that I'm pretty competitive just about every time I come out. With the exception of the modified lately, I don't know what's going on there, but especially in these street stocks, I feel like I'm always a threat to win. So hopefully I can come back and win a few more this season. Unfortunately, wasn't able to start back-to-back season opener winners, but maybe I won't have to start tail end at next week's race like I did last week, or last year, I guess, or last season. So maybe I can win next week.
Well, Torin, it was a great race for you tonight, and a great run. Like we said, you had that car hooked up all night long. Now's the time for us to hand the microphone over to you, so you can give a shout out to anybody watching at home, any of your sponsors. So go ahead and take it away, Torin.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my team, Midwest Racing Development. You saw me and Trevor here. Shane's doing his own endeavors, and we don't really know where Derek's at the moment, so hopefully he's all right. And then I'd like to thank any of my family members that were watching tonight. Don't know of any offhand. And then thank you guys for being some of the best broadcasting crew in iRacing at the moment. And then I think DWR for hosting this series. It's a fun night to come and chill out.
Thank you very much, Torin. Congratulations on the third place run, and we will see you next week here at the DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights.
Sounds like a plan. See you guys.
All right, now I'm going to kick it over to my broadcast partner, the show, Phil Lacasse. Phil, I believe you're standing down there with Mr. Evil himself, Jim Revis. Take it away.
Well, they say I'm the show, but they've kicked me the number 2 announcer because we just got to do a better job, I guess. But we get Mr. Revis himself down here from Evil One Graphics, and of course, one of the co-owners over here at DWR Racing. Jim, terrific run here tonight. Tell us about those sliders you and Lon were throwing there, brother, because that was some awesome racing to take.
Well, we figured we'd give you guys a good broadcast there with me, Justin, and Justin 3 wide on the first 5 laps, and then me and Lon got to doing the sliders, and we was having a blast back here, even though it let Torin get away from us. But no, I had a blast tonight. What a night for first night, opening night with Wednesday Night Street Fights.
Absolutely right. This is an awesome race. Racetrack looked to hold up really well there tonight, where Knoxville, you got these big, heavy stock cars. You would normally think they would go up to the top side of the racetrack, but this racetrack really stayed, competitive and equal. There was 2 really equal groups all night long. It really did make for some good racing, and I think to help you guys throw them sliders all night.
Yeah, track stayed pretty decent and everything, and then there towards the end, I kept seeing EJ peeking his nose down there, and typical EJ fashion, being the bottom feeder that he is, he was catching us. And like I said, it was just, for the first night, I couldn't ask for anything better, man. It was some great racing all around.
Well, it was an awesome show here tonight. As always, it has been a great time, Jim, and you start the season off on the right foot. You got a podium finish here, runner-up spot. I think you got a win here coming really soon there, brother, but you know the drill. I'm going to toss you the mic one more time. We've got a great crowd watching over here tonight. Facebook Live has been jumping. YouTube has been solid. Twitch TV's had a couple stragglers in and out. So anybody out there watching, friends, family, sponsors, whoever, take the floor and salute them all now, brother.
Yeah, first I got to thank everybody for watching, man. all the views we get. See my sister-in-law, she was on watching, so it was great to see that. Got to thank all the guys coming out for Wednesday night street fights. We all have a blast and everything. Most of them show back up for the Sunday night shootout. Yeah, I thank my guys at DWR, Jason and Eric. Without their help, we couldn't put this on. And you guys for broadcasting, man. I appreciate everything you guys do.
We appreciate that as well. That is our buddy Jim Revis, finishes up in the runner-up spot here tonight in that flying number 2 car, and I think it's going to be before too long we see number 2 up in the number 1 hole in Victory Lane. But I'm going to throw it to Victory Lane now. Not sure if Todd ran down there or he sent Jake down there. All I do know is one of the Twin Towers is in Victory Lane with Mr. Lon Franks.
Well, I'm going to take that as my cue, Phil, to take over this as I have made my way down to Victory Lane. Always a party down here at Knoxville, Victory Lane. And we're sitting here with Lon Franks. Lon, getting the monkey off your back here with the DWR Wednesday night street fights. How does it feel to visit Victory Lane here at Knoxville Raceway?
Oh, it feels good. It's been a long time. I don't think I won it all last season. So I needed it for sure. Felt good.
Well, you had a very hooked up race car, and we were watching you throughout this whole broadcast. And right there at the end, you were not going away, and you made your big move there after that caution. How important was it for that caution to come out late to set up that big pass for the win?
It definitely helped. It gave me more time to try to pass him rather than spending it catching him. I think I was a little faster, but catching the car and passing the car, two different things. So gave me the chance to spend more time just working them, doing what I could. I figured once I cleared them, I could slowly get away, but I didn't know if I was gonna get around them or not. I had to pull a couple Hail Mary sliders.
Well, you had that car definitely on the move all night long. How does it feel to pick up the season opener here for season 4 of Wednesday night street fights?
I mean, it's good. I think momentum helps, so start the season off with a win. Definitely going to push forward and try to go from here.
All right, Lon. Well, like always, we're going to give you the floor here to thank anybody you want to thank, anyone watching at home, all your sponsors, everybody at all. So go ahead and take it away here on Full Velocity TV.
I got to thank Jim, who's helped me with the setup and helped me decide what gear to run. I think that had a lot to do with it. But E1G, Trash Panda, Eichstead Motorsports, my family for watching and putting up with me. And you guys are putting it on, man. It's all the rest of the racers. This is the best group of guys to race with on the internet, hands down. It's just fun. So appreciate it.
Well, Lon, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for coming on to Wednesday night street fights, and don't party too hard down there in Victory Lane.
I don't know. I got to drive the hauler home.
Well, thank you, Lon. And Phil, we've had another successful season opener here for the Wednesday night street fights. What do you think about this season so far?
Well, through the first race, if this is any indication, it is going to be a banner year for these guys as we take us all over the iRacing Dirt Spectrum here for Wednesday night street fights. Every Wednesday night at Dirt Warrior Racing. Look these guys up. Fantastic group of gentlemen. No better group of guys to come race with and be a part of the show. And the show isn't over tonight there, Jake. We leave our buddies at DWR and we bolt on over to the Renegade Raceway Promotions here for a show at the Lima Land Speedway Touring Series Racing at Renegade Raceway Promotions. We'll be back on the airwaves in probably about 15 to 20 minutes. So it's going to be a quick post race for us here. So I'm looking forward to what is going to be a good night and just another banner week for us here. There's so much stuff here to come live for the rest of the week on FETV.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, like he said, thank you for coming out to watch Wednesday night street fights. Please stay tuned here shortly as we will be back with the Renegade Racing Series. For Phil Lacasse, for Todd Stanton, for Jack and Martin, I'm Jake Keel. This has been Full Velocity TV with the Wednesday night street fights here at the DWR Racing Group. We will see you next time.
Good night.